You're going to love this. Trust me, what you're seeing now is my normal state. This is a Super Saiyan. And this is what is known as a Super Saiyan that has ascended past a Super Saiyan. Or, you could just call this a Super Saiyan 2.
Wilhelm, what a useless transformation. You've changed your hair, so what?
Just wait.
Has he really found a way to surpass an Ascended Saiyan? Is that possible?
He must be bluffing. I mean, what would that make him? Double Ascended?
And this
What's he doing?
is to go even further beyond!
No, stop it, Goku! If you do this now, it's going to drain away all the time you have left on Earth. And I'd say you need every second of it as it is.
It's unreal. How is he generating that much power?
Do it, Dad!
It's too much!
What's going on? Goten's dad is putting out even more energy than before. I should go. I don't want to get yelled at again.
Stop it now, Goku!
With terror in the streets.
Feels like the whole world is shaking apart. What is Goku doing? If he doesn't stop this, everything is going to be destroyed.
Please, somebody make it stop!
Rightio, what's up, people? New week. Final week of the buys. Thank the Lord. We're back to the normal scoring, not the top 18. Half the AFL has a week off. Finally, it's done. Great news. I went 2 of 3 in the buys, so better than what I thought. I thought I'd go 1 of 3, but 2 of 3, not bad. Pumped out a 2023 score. Ranking's still shit. I mean, because I'm having a lot of close games and games where I'm not necessarily scoring like 2300, 2400. My season ranking is pretty poor. Yeah, I don't think there's. I mean, I could probably jump into the top 20,000, but I mean, my rank's screwed for this year. It was those couple starting rounds where, like, I don't know, it was hard to score over 2k. Everyone's near full premo now, so everyone's going to be scoring pretty much the same. I've already made the trades. No, I'm not going to reverse them. I'll just talk about them. Alright, so this week we had Jake Lloyd, 105. Not bad, I mean, I'm not going to complain about a 105, it's a ton. 92 from Hearn. I mean, should have got higher. It was against Essendon, but somehow Begley went off for a 95, which is interesting. In Perth as well, so yeah. Luke Ryan, nice, 106, perfect. Dersma 75, I think his break even was like 72 or 74, something like that. So he's just beaten that. Tempted to see what his break even is, but I think no matter what, he's out next week, because by next week, maybe the week after, depends on how long I hold. I'll be full promo next week or the week after, yeah. Depends on who I want for the D6. There's about 3-4 candidates right now, but yeah, there's a little bit to think about there. Griffin Logue, who I've brought in this week, I traded out Marty Hoare, who I think he's kind of maxed out on his price. Could have held one more week, but his break-even's going to be pretty high this week. It might be in the hundreds, to be honest, because he had a pretty shitty score of like a 49, I want to say. Griffin Logue, 103. He looks like he's going to be... It looks like you could actually keep him going into finals. Like, you could just leave him in your team. But I'm probably going to go for keeping him on bench and keep him as an injury replacement in defense. Just because I'm not liking Zach Williams, who came off an injury last year, so there's always that, and he's been injured once this year, so there's a chance of re-injury. Whitfield's injured right now. What's to say he doesn't come back and he re-injures himself? And I haven't got Hinge playing either, so I need at least one person. Alright. Yeah, Griffin Logue. Whitfield on injury. Could come back this week. There is a possibility of it, but I reckon it's next week. I reckon they give him the one more week off because it's a Thursday game. That's the only thing. If it was a Saturday game or a Sunday game, I'd say he's coming back. But a Thursday, I mean, it's off a bye still, so it's, what is it, like a week and a half off. Nah, I'm going to stand by. He's coming back next week, which isn't too bad. Williams was back. Williams' captaincy was just because I need the loophole. 591, pretty low considering he had a good start to the game. What did he? Yeah, I think that was this week. I mean, we're up to round 16 or whatever. I'm forgetting what round's which. Okay. 91, yeah, whatever. I mean, I'd like a ton, but he's not a unique in pretty much any matchup. So it doesn't matter too much. McRae, the 148. Spoiler for later, this won me the matchup. Both my matchups, the 148. Cripps, bye. Cornelio, bye. Neil, 79. Now, this is what I was afraid of. Did I go a week early on him? Could I have held one more week? Because he didn't hit his break-even. His break-even was like 120, something like that. But it was reachable, so that's why I went on him. Tim Kelly is going to be ending in my midfield because I think that he's a top 8 mid. I reckon there's a lot worse than you could do for Tim Kelly. Like, a lot of people are saying Cornelio is a top 8 mid, and he's averaging a 104, he's averaging a 105. The final mid I brought in to end the squad end the midfield section was Adam Treloar. Brought him in last year, and he got injured at the end of the season, and that cost me the grand final. So hopefully this year it doesn't happen the same, because he always has the potential to go off, and I don't think Dane Beams is returning this year. Or he's not returned for a couple of rounds at least, so if you can keep pumping up a 117, a 120, a 130, stuff like that, yeah, I'm happy with it. There's this bum in midfield. I'm saying he's a bum even though he's got a 96. He's trash. I can't stand him. 96, Jago Ramirez dropped 430k. Trying to make it hard for me to... I want to trade him out, but I have 5 trades left, and I've still got 2 more to do. So I've got a Dersma and like Baker or Clark. Someone's got to go out just for the cash to upgrade to a Sicily or something like that. The rucks are crazy this week. It's like you could have kept it on Grundy. Imagine not taking a 151, but it's a complete like possibility every week if it's Grundy. It's crazy. In my eyes, Grundy should be the leader for Brownlow because he's kind of been the best player in the comp this year. Not gonna lie, he does everything around the ground. Yeah. Forward line, it looks worse than it is, but because it's pretty good. 141 from Danger, it's what you'd expect. Just a ton from Walters. I reckon he got stiffed a little bit at the end, kind of because he just couldn't get to the ball. He was always on the opposite side that the ball was. Like if the ball bounced to the left, he'd be on the right side, so he couldn't get it. Trav Boat, the 118, is what I brought him in for. Billings 91. If he had good efficiency disposing of the ball, this would have been a big score, like a 120 or something like that. So it looks worse than it is. Warple 71. This was a bit annoying because if this didn't happen and he got close to this guy's score, matchup wouldn't have been close. You know, stuff happens. Heaney 90. At this point, you can't do anything about Heaney. Even if you have a luxury trade, I wouldn't spend it on Heaney. I'd find somewhere else to spend it. Just because everyone has him. So it's like, why are you trading him out? Yeah. If he scores big, cool. If he scores shit, which is kind of more likely because Buddy's out for 3 to 4 weeks, which I'm guessing means Heaney full forward. I mean, they do have Sydney. Sydney have Gold Coast. So yeah, full forward maybe. I'm not liking it. Anyway, into the matchups. What do we got? Alright, main league 2020 just win came down to McRae versus Crisp, which for 3 quarters was pretty close. Like it was a 7-point lead or something like that. I was at the game. Pretty good game. Then the 4th quarter, I say when there was about 2 minutes left in the 3rd, I went to go get food. Of course I went to go get food, and McRae goes off on the field. It gets like 5 touches in 30 seconds. Jack Crisp played around, you know. Just didn't play high enough. Not too much else. I did get screwed a bit with the Bagley score. That shouldn't have happened, and this matchup should not have been close. That was so stupid. Oh, of course he would against West Coast in Perth. And in the other league, which this is an important league, I'm just showing it. win by a point. A singular point. And again, that's because he had Bagley, and that shouldn't have existed. But then he would have had Sicily, and Sicily kind of should have gone to 95-ish if he was playing forward. I mean, if he was playing defence instead of forward. But, you know, not even close, baby. Let's have a look at main league next week. I've got the hacker himself. If you don't know this guy, you have to check your team every day that you're versing this guy. I'm making this video as proof. I have Gorn, Grundy on field. I have all my mids on field. There is no way, come Saturday, anyone should be on the bench without an emergency. Except Whitfield, who, if he plays, I'll chuck him on. It's fine. Because there's a higher chance of him not playing, I'll keep him on the bench. I don't need Chol on field. The Chol man. But yeah, projected to score big round. Projected for 2,400. Jesus. Where's the unrealistic prediction? 86 too high. He's going to get a 40. 101, it's a bit low. 86 is a bit low. Doesn't look like there's many unrealistic prediction. Griffin Logue 67, so I could actually get higher. That's interesting. Maybe I'm in for a big boy week. Who knows? Yeah, that's about it for this week. Have a look at some players just so they're on the watch list. In case people out there are looking for, that are in the position I am, are looking for some defenders. I reckon you can't go wrong with Daniel Rich at this point. He's got a almost 100 average. If you're looking for a budget kind of dude, like I take budget as about 520 and under is budget at this point. Let's see who we got. Tom Stewart's under 500k, so that's the first option. If you can get him in, get him in. If you can't, well, yeah. There's other options. Laird, you see him and you're like, geez, he was massive last year. Surely I'll bring him in this year. I'd hold up on that. He's coming back to form. I'll say that, and he's got an 81. It's so inconsistent this year. Last year he was pretty much like, and look, each round you could just chuck a vice captain on him and you'd be happy with what he got. This year, not too sure about it. Yeah, Daniel Rich. He's not horrible. Like he could pump out 113, 100, but he could also I mean, his lowest scores are 76. Who, compared to other defenders, pretty much all defenders have a low score of like 60 this year. He has 40. Sicily's 464, so I'd say he's plan B if you can't afford. Stewart. I mean, Ryan's there, but I already have him, and I reckon he's got 12.5% ownership. I reckon a lot more people have him, and after this week, a lot more people will bring him in. Sicily, when he's playing in defence, you can see he's got 190, 117, 127, and then when he's in the forwards, 87, 40, 75, not great. But I mean, they've got West Coast this week at the MCG. I'll be there, repping the West Coast gear, hopefully, if I don't forget it at home again. Dan Houston, overrated. Jack Crisp, overrated. Callum Mills, absolute flog. I think that's it. I don't think there's there's a clearance king, Robbie Tarrant. I think that, yeah. Oh, Kale Hooker. Matty Suckling, that's who I was looking at. He's gonna almost be under 400k. This could be the biggest bargain in defence. He's a pretty good small ton scorer, like this 101, the 105, the 101s, the 103s, stuff like that, you know. If he can keep that up, it's the injury. If he didn't get injured, I probably already have him by now. Yeah, after round 4 he had the 107. I was thinking about bringing him in, and then he got injured, so that stopped me. He was rocking a 99 average back then. It's the fact that he can also get on the scoreboard, which is pretty cool for a defender. That like Sicily can, pardon me, Sicily can, but sacrifices his score instead of putting it up. I don't even know why I'm looking down here. It's definitely Tom Jonas was a guy last year, not anymore. Yeah, that's it. There's no one else down there. I reckon that's it for this week. I'll show you the league. Big Tasty is in the top 4. Have 12 players scoring 100 plus points. Yeah, pretty much you need to get that if you want to win a match. I don't see how you can win without getting 12 players at 100 or more. Yeah, that's it for this week. Hopefully the microphone's not sounding too shit this week. I don't know what happened last week. It had like an echo to it. I record in the same spot, same everything every week. And last week it decided to add an echo. So I'm hoping it doesn't happen again. But if it does, there's no way for me to fix it. I even looked up. I've watched like 3 YouTube tutorials on it. Because of just how the audio thing's set up. I can't fix it. Unless I want to re-record. And I don't like doing that. If you haven't noticed, I don't like re-recording stuff. Anyway, top 4, Big Tasty. This is the big match this week, 4 versus 5. Pretty much I mean, I have a game gap. Say if I lose, I should still be up. Yeah, I'll have points to be above. But the percentage is disgusting. The percentage would have me down 9th. Yeah. 8th, 9th is where my percentage should put me. Look at how bad this is. Points scored versus points against is so low. Well, the points against is so high and the points scored is so low. You don't like clutch wins in Supercoach. You want them big blowout wins. Yeah, that's it. Catch you all next week for another win. Should be another win, and hopefully maybe the predictions are right, and it'll be a big boy week. We'll have a look next time. See ya. I'm out.